Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for once again joining me for tea time. Today we have a little bit of fireside. You know, I love that smokiness of the lap sung. I hope you're joining me with your cup of tea, cup of coffee, maybe something harder, as I always say. Depends on what part of the planet you're on. So today we're going to be talking about Starlink, and as I call it, Mr. Bevel. So what we're going to do is a Starlink Generation 2 mount unboxing and installation. So as of today, my Starlink Generation 2 will have a permanent home. So Mr. Bevel will no longer be hanging off the edge of the studio roof, only with sandbags holding it down. So before we get into this unboxing and installation, I want to say that if you haven't downloaded any of my ebooks as of yet, go check them out. You can go over to JCristina.com/books. Once again, JCristina.com/books. Go pick them up. They're free. You can get 10 tips on making tax sharp images. You can get the prologue of this book right here that just came out about a month ago, How to Create a Digital Fort Knox, Backing Up Your Digital Life. We all need to back up our digital life, right guys? Anyways, go pick that up. The prologue is also free. JCristina.com/books. So let's get right into this unboxing and then installation. So as you can see, the packaging is extremely small. When I first saw it, I was like, what is this? Where is the rest of it? Well, that's it, guys. There's no more to it. It comes with a gray carrying storage sack with a handle, which could be used for safely carrying the unit from place to place or simply stowing it away. An instruction booklet also is provided, once again, tiny, just like the one that we see that came with the unit itself. There's not a lot to it. The short mount that we're going to install is no more than 4 inches long, and it's made out of that same lightweight alloy material as the main unit is. It comes with a box of cable management clips, which are matte gray. They didn't skimp here as they sent a lot of them in the box, and many of you will be using them for your cable management. To secure the mount, you'll find 2 massive self-tapping wood screws that you're going to need a socket wrench to install. And then finally, they include a tube of SpaceX silicone. Is this any kind of special silicone? I doubt it. But it does say SpaceX on it, which makes it super cool. So now let's get right into the installation. First, we're going to place the mount in the desired location and mark the center of the holes using a pen or pencil. Make sure that the location you choose provides enough vertical clearance for the Starlink unit to track the satellites. Drill your pilot holes in the center of those markings. I would recommend that the pilot holes be no bigger than half the size of the screws. Once the pilot holes are drilled, install those screws using your wrench, but don't over tighten them. Make them snug, but that's enough. These screws are huge, so you don't need to over tighten them, and you don't want to spin them when you get to the end because you are screwing these into wood. At this point, if you're moving Mr. Bevel like I am to a new location, we now need to go into our Starlink application, then go to settings and then stow. What this will do is it will lock the Starlink unit into place, allowing you to move it safely to the new location. You should always go into settings and then click on stow whenever you're moving your Starlink. At this point, remove the cable out of Mr. Bevel and click that single button in the back of the base to remove the unit itself out of the old mount. Now reconnect the cable and place the unit into the new mount. Bear in mind, moments after reconnecting the cable to Mr. Bevel, the Starlink router will send an unstow command to the unit and begin rotating to reacquire the satellites. If you did not have to remove the cable, you will need to go back to your Starlink app, go to settings, and then click on unstow. Once again, the unit will begin to rotate and reacquire the satellites. Now, I want to give you a couple of tips when choosing the right mount, because this is very important. Now, there's 4 different mounts that you can choose from. The first one is a long mount. It costs you about $45, and it's designed to be installed on an exterior wall near the top of the gable. Now, this provides you a little bit extra length to hopefully provide you enough clearance of your overhang. Some overhangs are longer than others, so definitely take a look at the distance of your overhang. This unit will stick out approximately 1.5 feet. If your overhang is more than that, you probably want to go with a different setup. Now, the next mount is a pivot mount. It costs about $40, and this is really good for if you have like an asphalt shingle roof. But it is not if you have a tiled roof or a slate roof or a clay roof or something like this. It does provide pivoting, so if you need to pivot the unit to get it to the exact angle, you can do that with this unit. But once again, you're going to be drilling this into the top of your roof if you have a shingle roof that, let's say, is asphalt. Now, next you have a ground pole. Now, the ground pole mount is about $55, and they include a pole that is now dug into the ground wherever you need it and then extended. This is really great if you can't install Mr. Bevel on the side of your building. You also have a pipe adapter, which costs about $45. Now, this allows you to mount Mr. Bevel to any pipe. So if you have an old Dish Network or a DirecTV arm, let's say, on the side of your building that you don't use, you can use this pipe adapter to mount Mr. Bevel to it, or any other pole for that matter that is about 2.5 inches in diameter. Now, finally, the one that I think is the best is the short mount. It costs about $40. It is made to be mounted to the gable, let's say the top of the gable, but on that wooden fascia that goes around it, your overhang. Now, what's nice about this is, number one, you only have to drill into the wood. You don't have to drill into the concrete of the side of the building. And number two, even more important to me, is I do not have to make holes in the roof. There is no screws that go into the roof at all. Screws into the roof can provide leaks in the future, and I'm not a fan of that. Roofs are expensive. We just put a new one up. We don't want to make holes. So anyways, guys, I hope you found this interesting. If you want more coverage, more how-tos, installs, anything having to do with Starlink, go take a look at my playlist. I'm going to put a link down in the comments or in the description of this video. Go check that out. If you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel. Please do so. Throw this video a thumbs up. Share it with your friends, family, colleagues, Reddit, wherever. I appreciate that. And finally, head over to my website, JCristina.com, where you can find all the photography tools I've invented for you and me over the years, and hopefully there's something there that you might like. And if there is, please pick it up and support me and my family. That's it. I'm out of here for yet another vlog. Many blessings to you and your family. Stay safe and stay healthy. Take care, guys.